Hey guys, how you doing? It's been a while. Today, I want to go over stretching. So I'm not gonna go over just like any random stretching. I'm gonna go over static stretching as well as foam roller. So a wonderful thing about these little foam rollers, especially the one that I'm holding here, it actually ranges anywhere from like $20 all the way down to $10. So really no excuse for you not to have a foam roller. These foam rollers are amazing. This one in particular, it is from Trigger Point. So you can find it at tptherapy.com. I will link that in here. Anyways, these foam rolling, static stretching. When do you do it? How do you do it? We're gonna get into that this video. All right guys, so let's start out with when is a good time to do your static stretching. So static stretching, it is not really meant for right before a workout or running or anything like that. Static stretching is really for like when you first get out of bed, right after you finish a workout, and or right before you go to sleep. Basically you want to lengthen out the muscles, allow that blood to start flowing. If it's right after a workout, you want to release the lactic acid, you want to let everything have a chance to recover faster. So the reason why you don't do static stretching right before a workout is simply because you're lengthening out your muscles, and in the workout you're trying to contract them down, so that could open yourself up for some injury and or you'll just perform terribly. So we don't want to do that. I will, however, make another video on dynamic stretching, provided this video does well. Anyways, if you could, take a second, like, subscribe, hit the notifications. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm here to help you out as well as it would be nice if you helped me out. Anyways, shameless plug over. Let's get into the first stretch of the day. Now for the first stretch, this is my hometown favorite. This is where you're gonna spread your legs apart, nice and wide. Here, you're gonna have the toes pointed in the same direction as the knees. Reach down, you're not reaching in front of you, you're actually trying to reach behind you. So you reach behind you, touch the floor. What you really want to make sure you do is you push those hips back, try and straighten those legs out so you can hit those hamstrings very well. So you just come down. So you're gonna hold that for about 20 seconds. Then when you come up, you push your hips forward. Now let me show you that from the side real quick. So point the toes the same direction. You're gonna throw your hips back, touch the ground, hold for 20 seconds. Then you come up, push your hips forward, 20 seconds. Now you're gonna do this 3 times. 3 times. That way you can get a nice deep stretch into the hamstring as well as open those hip flexors up. This is gonna help you a lot in the stretches to come. Now for our second stretch, it's gonna be hitting the hamstring once again. So this is another one I have in my do daily type thing. Either way, put one foot up, this leg stays straight, this one's bent. Gonna reach down, grab the toe. That's it. So at first, if you're really tight, it's gonna be hard to get to your toe. You can lengthen out your foot as far as you have to so you can get that toe. But once you do get in good enough flexibility, you can actually grab that toe and then you can pull it up. So when you pull it up, you're actually stretching into the calf as well. That's gonna help you a lot down the road. But you're gonna hold these for 20 seconds each also. Let me show you from the side view. So you got this leg straight, this one's bent, and or if you wanna see it the other way, straight, bent, grab toe, and pull it up. That's it, that's all. You wanna try and keep your back nice and flat, but that is stretch number 2. You're gonna do each leg 3 times. You're gonna hold for 20 seconds each. That way you can start feeling that hamstring loosen up very well. Noted, this is also one that you can mix into your dynamic stretching, which that video will be coming soon. Hopefully I get it out within the week. Likes really drive that to happen. Hint, hint. Anyways, let's get on to the next stretch. All right, now let's get into the next stretch. So what we're gonna be doing, it's actually a stretch that's for your glutes. However, you can also use it for your hip flexors. Let me back up here for a second. So what you're gonna do here, you're gonna be right here, So you start on one knee, bring this leg across, and then you drop down. Now to get the hip flexors to loosen up, you're actually gonna sit up straight, push those hips forward, you're right here. Now to stretch more into the glute, you're gonna just bring it down, lean forward. All right, so let me show you that from the side view. So start out with one knee up, bring the foot straight across so that you're right here. Now, you're just gonna push your hips forward. This is gonna help loosen up your hip flexors and open them up. If you wanna hit more in the glute, you're just gonna lean forward, keep that back nice and flat. So on each side, you're gonna hold it for 20 seconds. Do it 2 to 3 times on each leg, depending on how tight you are. All right, now that we've covered those 3 basics, let's get into some other ones that you have not seen before. So this next one, you're actually gonna be laying back, pulling your knee to chest. This is also hitting your hamstrings, but then you're gonna go straight into pulling the leg over, which will help loosen the lower back, as well as a little slight stretch in that glute as well. So we're gonna do both back to back here, but you're just gonna lay on your back, grab your knee. You can grab it right on top or underneath, whichever you feel more comfortable with, but you're just gonna pull it in. So while you're doing this, you really wanna just keep applying as much pressure as you can. Just keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. But then, as soon as you're done doing each leg 3 times for 20 seconds, you're gonna end up keeping this knee bent, pulling it over to the side. So that's actually gonna help loosen up the lower back. It's also gonna start stretching into that glute. And then if this isn't hitting your glute well enough, you can extend the leg out and get a little bit deeper into that stretch. Only difference when your leg's extended out, grab right behind the knee and pull it up toward your chest. That's gonna give you that stretch right into the glute that you're looking for. So you're gonna hold it 20 seconds on each, 3 times. 3 times. All right, we covered the hamstrings, covered the leg pullover. Now we're gonna focus on our quad a little bit. So easiest way to do this, especially for those with poor balance, what you can do while you're sitting here, grab this leg, you're just gonna pull it back. Now you're gonna actually use the ground as leverage, but this leg stays straight, this leg stays bent, and you just lean toward the leg that's bent. You're gonna hold it for about 20 seconds, and then switch. Once again, we do things in 3s. 3 times, 20 seconds each. But right after that, you still want to open up these hip flexors a little bit. So a lot of people like to go into the butterfly stretch, just, feet together, push these down. It's all right. It's just most people are too tight to be able to get into that stretch right away. So what we're gonna start out with, you're gonna be on one knee like this, and all you're gonna do, push those hips forward. That's gonna help loosen up this hip flexor for you. So you're gonna do this, of course, 3 times, 20 seconds each, just pushing it forward, holding. You're also gonna feel a slight stretch in the quad, but it's a good thing you stretch your quads right before this, so then you can actually get that hip flexor loosened up. You're just gonna push and hold. Now, as soon as you're done with this, we're gonna do, basically it's like a reverse butterfly. So your hands are gonna be straight down, your feet are gonna be together. So you want the bottoms of your feet to touch, your knees are nice and wide, then you just push your hips forward. Push them forward, and that's gonna help open up those hip flexors really well. To loosen up, you just go backwards. But either way, you want to try and hold those for about 30 seconds. And you can do it about twice or until you're loosened up. Oh, that was a lot to take in on the stretching side. Now, let's get into what we were looking for. Foam rolling. All right, the foam roller. This one right here, all about leverage. So considering you just got done stretching out your hamstrings, your quads, your hip flexors, you kind of did all that. This right here is gonna help you really loosen up, break up that fascia by way of leverage. So to start out, we're gonna hit the IT bands. So getting your IT bands, this is the ligament that runs all up the side of your leg, down into your knee, and basically if you have tight IT bands, you might have knee issues, you might have lower back pain, you might have a whole plethora of feeling too tight. So this right here, quick and easy way, this leg stays straight. You start with the foam roller right on the hip. So right on the hip, this leg here goes over the top, and you just slowly roll until you feel a knot, and then you just hang out there for a minute. Small rolls back and forth until you feel it to start loosening up. Now the thing is, when you start going out, you only want to get to about the knee. So about, this leg's in the way, but about right here. So you're gonna just hold it there. You want to feel that muscle loosen up. If it's not loosening up for you, just take a little bit of extra time. So foam rolling, this is more, you go until it's loose. You don't have specific time frames. And or it might hurt a lot, so you might have to take a break, but then get back to it. Something you might have to worry about, if you are very tight, the foam roller definitely can cause bruising. Definitely can cause bruising. But that was for your IT bands. Now, let's go into how you get your calves. So your calves, oddly enough, 90% of people have tight calves. So what you want to do, you start the foam roller right on your Achilles. You're still going to get your leverage by way of using your arms and lifting your butt up. Other leg goes right on top, just to give you a little extra pressure on the downward motion, and then you just roll right on that calf. So you want to work your way all the way up to about the knee, and then work it all the way down. Now the thing about your calf, you actually have two heads on your calf. So you're going to want to angle yourself a little onto one side, and angle yourself a little onto the other. Most people super tight on the inside of their calf, so do not skip it. But once again, go until it's loose. Now another great thing with this foam roller, you can get your quads very well by way of just laying on top of it and then just going back and forth. So yeah, quads, really simple. Just lay on top of it, roll up and down. Super easy, super simple. But gotta get those inner thighs as well. I'm gonna face you for this one. So you're gonna see it's parallel to my body. This knee is gonna be bent. I'm gonna be going from the knee all the way into the groin. This is actually gonna help you a lot with opening up those hip flexors, but you're right here and you just slowly roll it in. Roll it back out, roll it in. If you want a lot more tension, just lift your body up a little bit and let your leg go toward the ground. But once again, you're gonna go until it's loose, till it's loose. Now I know a lot of you are dealing with some form of back issue, whether it be mid-back, lower back. Majority of you it's lower back. Oddly enough, getting those hip flexors are gonna help the lower back tremendously. You might have the idea, oh, I need to roll my lower back. You can, it'll give you a little bit of relief, but that's more like a spine decompression than anything. So those of you with the mid-back problems, we're gonna go into that real quick. So it's gonna be a little tough for you to see, but I'm gonna do my best here. So I'm gonna be at an angle, but you want the foam roller to be straight along your spine. So you're gonna be here, lay on top of the foam roller, gonna have whatever side you're rolling, the arm is straight out. So the way your muscles work, they're coming inward toward your spine. So you actually want to roll along the muscle. So you open it up, roll sideways, get it to the shoulder, and then go back, then go back. All right? And once again, if you're feeling really tight, This is gonna help you tremendously. Or you might just fall over. Anyways, last but not least, the traps. Now the traps could be a little tricky just because it's hard to get that type of leverage and feel comfortable with it. But for those of you out there who understand what hip thrusters are, this is gonna help you tremendously. What you're gonna do, you're actually gonna rest your neck on the foam roller. So put your neck right there. Then you're gonna lift your hips up and slowly roll yourself back. Roll it back until you feel it right on those traps. Then you hold, 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 hold. Then slowly go toward the top of your back, then back down to your neck. You want to keep your arms out so that you're just opening everything up. Up, 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 and down. All right? So those are the basics when it comes to your foam rolling. Those are the basics when it comes to all of your stretching. Seriously, take a little bit of time out of your day, about 20 minutes, and just do all these stretches. Give it about 2 weeks. You're gonna notice a huge difference in your energy, your mood, the way your body feels, as well as you're gonna be recovering faster. You won't have to be sore for as long. But like anything else, when you do one thing, you gotta do a couple others. So if you want to actually maintain the good feeling, anytime you do all these stretches, drink more water than you're used to, because you are releasing a lot of toxins into your blood system, and you basically just gotta flush them out. Also, make sure you're eating healthy. You gotta cut down your body inflammation so you do not get so tight. Anyways, this was my stretching and foam rolling video. If you could, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and tick that bell for notifications. It'd be great to see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.